All right, my friends, let's do this. It's time for episode 105 of my Sunday night Stay-at-Homebodies virtual open mic. I post a set here every Sunday night, usually 3 songs, 8 p.m. Pacific time, reposted over there on Facebook. And then I'll listen to my musical friends on Sunday night. It's like a little virtual open mic. Sometimes people contribute directly to this, but most of the time I'm go find them. I find their new videos, new albums, old albums. I'm in the process of working my way through the musical works of all my musical friends just about. So if you're interested, go to my timeline, Facebook, 8 o'clock Sunday nights and Pacific time, and you can see what I'm listening to. Let me get my pregame going before I tell you a little bit more about my songs tonight. Gonna light some incense, light the Dylan light. Get a little incense going. I like the Japanese stuff. I like Japanese incense. Well, it's not quite lit. There we go. All right. And we will light the Dylan light. Oh, baby. Bob. That one too. All right, we're cooking. So let me get my high-tech vape pipe here. Some of the local Oregon product. Oh, sometimes it's off when I think it's on, and on when I think it's off. There we go. Whoosh. That's better. Tiny little nip of the Bob Dylan whiskey. New bottle. New bottle. That ought to last me, I don't know, the better part of a year. At my very slow rate of whiskey consumption, which is basically a little hit here every Sunday night, and maybe a toddy in between sometime or other if I got a little throat thing going on, which I do because the pollen, man, has been off the hook. This year, man, it's been like a Japanese tree pouring out there. It's pretty wild. We're gonna do more songs from more Sandcastles. More songs from more Sandcastles. More Sandcastles is my latest album. So we're gonna do, I did 3 songs from this album last week, and I'm gonna do 3 more this week. We're doing 3 of the slightly more humorous ones this time around. Slightly more humorous. I asked an old timer, even older than I, up there on the road ahead, could you tell me what it's like? 'Cause I like to be prepared when life gives me a kick. He said, dude, as I get older, everything's harder but my dick. I hear some funny noises when I try to turn my head. I'm lucky if I can stand up straight when I tumble out of bed. If you want to trade backs or knees, dude, just take your pick. As I get older, everything gets harder but my dick. I can't remember names, I call everybody dude. My hard drive's almost full, my RAM is AFU. If I'm gonna get it on, I gotta make it quick. As I get older, everything gets harder but my dick. It's harder to read and it's harder to hear, harder and harder to keep my head clear, harder to heal when I'm injured but my deck. I said, whoa there, old timer, that's a little TMD. Surely you have learned some things that give your heart some ease. Said, okay, I will admit I do know a few tricks, but I'd trade them all for a pair of balls and a 20-year-old dick. It's harder to read and it's harder to hear, harder and harder to keep my head clear. It's harder to heal when I'm injured or sick. As I get older, everything gets harder but my dick. I said, okay, old timer, I think you've made your points. Maybe there's somewhere where we might smoke ourselves a joint. He said, I know just the place, it's up the road a click. The perfect place where we can space and forget about my... All right. There we go. That's called The Geezer's Lament. Now, this next one was a result of a songwriting challenge to write a song. This is from my buddies at Southern Oregon Songwriters. At the end of the year, we do a little songwriting challenge for the coming year, and this was one of them. Write a song about an insect or insects, so that mentions insects. Woke up this morning on the last day of my life. Woke up this morning on the last day of my life. Time flies for the Mayfly. Time flies. Spent my youth underwater. Now I finally got my wings. I spent my youth underwater. Now I finally got my wings. Time flies for the Mayfly. Soon those wings won't mean a thing. I'm headed down to the sandbar. I just gotta find a mate. I'm headed down to the sandbar. I've just got to find a mate. Time flies for the Mayfly. I just hope I'm not too late. Our day is numbered, baby. Let's just cut the chase. Our day is numbered, baby. Come on, what do you say? Woke up this morning on the last day of my life. Woke up this morning on the last day of my life. Time flies for the Mayfly. Time flies. Our day is numbered, baby. Let's just cut the chase. Look me over, baby. Come on, what do you say? Woke up this morning on the last day of my life. Woke up this morning on the last day of my life. Time flies for the Mayfly. Time flies. Time flies for the Mayfly. Time flies. The Mayfly Blues. That one was called. Oops. Where did everybody go? There we go. All right. All right. Now this one, God, this was a weird one. I don't know where the hell this came from. I just had one good line, or just a line, and then I just followed it. And we started early on the margaritas down at the breakfast bar. Picked up a couple of friendly senoritas and stumbled out to the car. We were laughing when we should have been quiet, holding our grins with our cups. They say they're in love, but we just don't buy it. We're gonna fuck this wedding up. Who put the acid in the soda cans? Just enough to open the door. Who put the bacon in the bartender's hand? Don't look at me, senor. The preacher tried to get our attention. We just laughed and said good luck. You're talking to a different dimension, Padre. We're here to fuck this wedding up. We gave Uncle Darryl a soda. He started dancing like a little kid, knocking into crashing into flower pagodas and champagne pyramids. If you want to stay high and dry, my friends, better know how to duck. There's no telling where this is gonna end. We're here to fuck this wedding up. Smuggled in a few of their exes. We thought they had a shot at love. We flew one of them in from Texas. She's gonna fuck this wedding up. Some candles might have got knocked over when the exes started playing rough. Uncle Darryl's on the edge of indecent exposure. We're here to fuck this wedding up. Preacher and the bride and the groom, they decided that enough was enough. They took off running like a bad cartoon. Looks like we fucked this wedding up. Ah, but fate had another desire. They tied the knot in the back of a truck. While the waiters were putting out the fire, dude, we fucked that wedding up. Finally quiet, holding our grins with our cups. They say they're in love, but we just didn't buy it till we fucked that wedding up. They say they're in love, but we just didn't buy it till we fucked that wedding up. So yeah, yeah. I said that the old way. When I originally wrote it, I wrote it holding our grins with our cups, but I changed it to hiding our grins with our cups. But holding the grin, hiding the grin, same basic idea, being a little mischievous brat. Anyway, that one was called Fuck This Wedding Up. The previous one was the Mayfly Blues, and before that it was the Geezer's Lament. And all three of those are on my new album, More Sandcastles, which is over there at GeneBurnett.com. You can go there and download that album free, along with another 40 albums. I'm not kidding. They're all free. You can go to the musical recording page, go to the player, and listen to any of those albums free, or you can download any given song. There's a little arrow there. Bingo, you can download the whole freaking thing. So no charge. There's a donation link there. There's a donation link here under this video. Lovely to get a tip every now and then, but that's not why I do it, and I don't expect it, and it's not a big deal. Take the music if you want it. Go to GeneBurnett.com. Take as many albums as you like. Share it far and wide. Anyone you think would find it useful. That's what I'm doing this for. So thanks very much for listening if you have been. I do this every Sunday night. Post a set here on YouTube, 8 o'clock Pacific time. Repost it on Facebook, and then mostly on Facebook I really sit there and listen. I sort of program a set for myself. I put in all these posts of all these albums, and I write down, like what song I'm on. Like last week I listened to 5 through 7 of this album. Now tonight I'm going to listen to 8 through 9 or whatever. And then I just sit back over the course of the night while I work out and stretch and do all kinds of good things for my body while I listen to my musical friends. I spend every Sunday night doing that the whole night. So if you want to join that elite group of people that I listen to on Sunday nights, post a video either here or over on Facebook, or just be one of my musical friends, and I will eventually track you down. Thanks for listening. Breathe deep. Take good care of yourself, because you never know when this side is going to be that side or that side's going to be this side. And if we're on the same side, let's both be there. All right? Later.